Okay, so what is the plan today? Today we are going to go to Guitar Center and we are going to get ourselves some new heads for our drums. We are gonna get the Evans EC2. We already have some overtone E-rings that I found in my closet. I didn't even know I had those, but we're gonna use those afterwards. But first, we're gonna change the things, and yeah. So let's get it started. So for those of you that don't know, I am a self-taught drummer. Welcome to my new channel. What that means is that I never ever had formal training when it comes to playing the drums. That means that I have never been taught what a paradiddle is. The only reason why I know what it is because I had to look it up. I've never been taught proper form of hand and stick placements or proper way of hitting a drum or anything like that. I listen to the sounds and then I imitate, which I know drummers can do that, obviously, right? But without any form of training, sometimes it's hard to know what you actually are supposed to be doing. We're going ahead and we're building now my drum room because I'm going to take the whole drumming thing a bit more serious than what I used to. I actually play at a church. I played at a church when I was 8 years old. I play at a church now. So most of what I do is worship, drumming, and it's usually improvised. I usually improvise everything that I do. We're not a big church, so we don't have proper practicing hours, rehearsals and stuff like that. We kind of just improvise. So a lot of my stuff is improvisation. We made it to Guitar Center. Let's go in there and look for our stuff right there. Dinner, yes. All right. All right, so I got the new heads here, the Evans EC2S. These are the clear ones for sizes 10, 12, and 14, which are my toms. But first, let's see what they sound like just with the phone recording with the stock ones that are currently on there. All right, we got the EC2 heads on. Let's try these out. The stock ones that were on here on the Yamaha riding kit before. Now you've also heard the ones here, now that I've tuned them a little bit, the Evans EC2S clears, but I'm not stopping there. So I like the sound of these a lot better than with the stock ones single ply that were on there. But I still don't like a lot of overtone. It's just my preference. So we're gonna add the earrings to these toms. They're also Evan, so Evan heads, Evan earrings. And we'll see what they sound like. So there is another issue that I have with this kit, and that is the sound of my bass drum. I have some acoustic foam inside of it, but I don't like the way it sounds. And I also have the foam in the back. If I take that off, we're gonna take this off because this is actually to dampen so you can play indoors. So I prefer not to use that. And then it'll sound like this. So the way that it is, I think that either it's not tightened well, it's not tuned well. I'm also going to try to make a little hole for the first time in the back of a bass drum. I've never done that before, and see if that helps out a little bit. So apparently there are devices or tools that I can use to create my own hole. I do not have any of those, so I'm just gonna wing it. What I have here is a Grits Quick 5-minute Quaker bottle. This is exactly 4 inches. So I hear that 4 inches is what's needed. So we're gonna do this and then get a razor blade and try to get it cut. I'm gonna get the razor blade. So I guess wish me luck because there's no second tries here. I guess I'll leave it right there. Okay, so there's a little slit that I missed there. Show you. So I went a little bit over on this side. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna puncture a hole in the middle, and then I'm gonna use scissors to cut it out and try to get the hole as perfect as possible so I don't keep tearing this. All right, well, we cut and we're gonna go all the way down like that. Then on this side, and get as close as I can to it. Might be able to actually just cut this with a razor blade. Oh, it's a little off, but you know what? It's not perfect, but I think I can get like a little guard around it. Let's see, it'll work. It'll do the job. All right, so now that we did all of that work and everything, we are going to add only one overhead microphone to the entire kit. We don't have any other microphones on here. And we are going to see how this actually sounds. But yeah, let's go ahead and hit these a little bit. Not too bad. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video coming along with me and learning as well as changing all this stuff out. Maybe you learned something from this video. I'm happy with the results of it, just off of one overhead microphone. It's to me it sounds great. So now I gotta get myself microphones for all the toms, microphones for the snare, bass drum, and everything. Tune all that out, equalize it, and make it sound super amazing. And then we can start recording some crazy stuff. It's probably not crazy because I'm not that good of a drummer, but we gonna try though.